Let's see you lift that up there, love. The head zookeeper nods to the loading dock above us. This is my third interview at the zoo. It's 1983, and newspapers still advertise vacancies under separate men's and women's columns. Men do men's jobs and women, the weaker sex, do other stuff, like typing or looking after children. I've been so many things already. Debt collector, dog washer, petrol pump attendant, server, aged care worker, farmhand, conveyancing clerk, kennel maid, a translator and interpreter, and now I really want to be a zookeeper. I'm wearing a dress, and I'm nervous. I'm 31 years old, going for a junior position in a dress that isn't even mine. Not being a girly girl, I don't own any. I borrowed this frock from my boyfriend Rob's Auntie Jean. The outfit resembles a man's safari suit with pockets and a belt, which I thought might be appropriate attire for an interview at the zoo. Arriving at Taronga Zoo on beautiful Sydney Harbour, I walk through the imposing entrance with its iconic facade, as if it were hallowed grounds. I'm met by two middle-aged men in uniform who walk me down to the zoo's off-display area, where all the behind-the-scenes work happens. The place is bustling with more men in khaki uniforms. This is where the commissary is, the place where the animal food is delivered, sorted, and distributed to the various departments. I can see rows of walk-in fridges and freezers, boxes of fruit, vegetables, cartons of eggs, and a couple of men filling crates with an assortment of perishables. We stand below a loading dock where there are several Hessian bags of kangaroo feed pellets, apparently waiting for me. "We just want to see if you're up to doing the work," says Bill, the head keeper. I see him and the assistant head keeper exchange some amused glances. The general curator is the one who will make the final hiring decision, but I'm told he'll be late. He's left the gas on and rushed back home to prevent his house burning down. Meanwhile, these two blokes take advantage of his absence, trying their hardest to intimidate me. On the walk down to the works area, they pepper me with questions like, "Do you think this is a glamorous job?" And, "Do you realize you'll get dirty doing this kind of work?" I clearly look too neat and clean in Auntie Jean's frock. "You'd be doing a man's job. How do you feel about that?" My examiners appear almost disappointed when I lift 3 50-kilo bags onto the dock, undoubtedly in an unglamorous way, and decide to take me back where the actual interview is going to be. The general curator has arrived, presumably having averted fire at his place. Once he's in the room, the interview continues along more traditional lines, with questions regarding my animal husbandry experience, expertise, and qualifications. I have certificates in zookeeping and veterinary nursing. What seems to be a stumbling block is that I'm also a qualified translator and interpreter of Dutch, German, French, Spanish, and English, with a steady, well-paid job at the Commonwealth Bank of Australia. If offered, the zoo job would pay less than half of my current salary, possibly further adding to the suspicion I'm after glamour and fame. Someone else gets that job, but a few weeks later I get a phone call. I'm offered a 6-month contract in the veterinary hospital and quarantine center. The general curator, a tall, bearded American, gets me in through the back door. When the 6 months are up, I'm hired as a permanent staff member. I am one of the first female zookeepers in Australia and a foreigner to boot. For a few years, there are rumors that any women employed as zookeepers must have slept with someone higher up to get the job. Perhaps the men found that easier to accept as a reason for my employment than a woman getting a zookeeper job on skill and merit. Despite the gossip and obvious opposition, I just love the work. If landing my dream job means working in a male-dominated environment, then so be it.